Hello, friend. The 4 hidden secrets to the game of life. That is really what the human design system can provide for us. As this 2019 calendar year has come to a close and most people in the world are looking at 2020 and setting new intentions, it's important to understand what these secrets are that the human design system has provided for us. And really what the secret is the strategy that is within your work field or your electromagnetic field that encompasses your body. Those strategies really provide us with a full secret on how to play this game of life. So, secret number 1, if you are a generator or a manifesting generator, or what we call a builder in the business world, you're here to respond. Your strategy to navigate this plane is through response. You're being asked for your energy. There is a request for your builder energy that really comes from that sacral center, or what we call the energy resource in the business world. And that request cannot come from your mind. That request needs to be requested from an outside source. You're not in this alone. It's not about your mind trying to be sneaky and try to come up with games and try to trick you into believing that you're living your design. It's about who and what is requesting your energy so that you can respond to it. Your little secret is response. That will allow you to navigate on this plane with satisfaction. You're meant to be a worker. You're meant to build. You're meant to create. You're meant to be creative. And that creativity and that builder energy will be requested. Just relax into that. Can you trust that your energy will be requested? Can you trust that? And what you'll notice is that when there's a response, there's a or the physical body actually moves you in that direction, there's this deep satisfaction. And that satisfaction is, I have used my physical energy resource correctly. If there's a the physical body is saying, no, I don't have the energy for this request. That's what it's all about for you and myself, because I am a manifesting generator or an express builder. That's what it's all about. Now, what brings frustration is when the physical body goes, I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy. Trust that and know that on the other side of a no is also satisfaction. There is satisfaction there when you're not using your energy. Does that make sense? Can you see that? Instead of pushing through frustration, gritting your teeth and getting it done anyway, and coming out the other side with frustration, trust that a no will bring you satisfaction. You're not missing out on anything. The physical body is saying, I have energy, moves you towards it, or I don't have energy, will ask you to pull away from it. But the conditioned mind is tricky. It's going to tell you, oh, go please them anyway. Do it anyway. Don't follow that mind. Now, the caveat here is sometimes there's going to be a maybe. And that maybe is, it's just not the right time. It's not a yes, it's not a no, it's not the right time. So just gracefully decline. Just gracefully decline. It may be a yes tomorrow. It might be a no tomorrow. So your secret, if you are a generator or a manifesting generator, trust response. Wait for those requests for your energy and move based off of the response of the body and whether or not that body has energy for the request. Secret number 2, this is for our projectors or our advisors. Invitation. Invitation can bring success. What's invitation all about? Well, remember, you have this very focused and absorbing energy. You're here to be a guide, but that guidance must come from you solidly standing in your strengths and your qualities. What does that mean? What's in your design? What is defined in your design? Those are your strengths. Those are your qualities. That's how you're going to deliver your guidance. And if other people cannot recognize that and they're not inviting that in, just take a look at your strengths, your qualities, your traits, your gates, the channels, what is defined in your body graph. Really love it, hone in on it, and walk through it. Use that energy. Let it use you. And then watch when you are in full alignment, the invitations will come. And it will feel very, very successful because you're in alignment and you are guiding and assisting other people. And they have invited you in because they recognize who you are and what you bring to the world. Bitterness is on the other side of that. And bitterness is, uninvited advice. Saying it anyway and then taking the shunning later. This creates bitterness. And if the other person isn't ready, the other person isn't ready. Just like for me as a manifesting generator, if I'm out there creating content and pushing stuff on people and they're not ready, feels awfully frustrating because I'm expending a whole bunch of energy that isn't necessary. And it's the same for our projectors / advisors in the business world. Success comes when people invite you in. Use your energy to the highest alignment possible to your God code so that you can represent your piece of the puzzle in the game. We also have our beautiful manifestors or innovators in our business world. How do you get to a place of peace? Oh, peace comes from informing. This is your secret. This is your secret to the game of life. Peace comes from informing. And informing isn't easy for you. You feel like, if I have to inform, that's like asking for permission. That's not what this is about. Informing is so that other people can use their strategy. So really, you're clearing a path so that you can open doorways, so that you can break trails, so that you can be that innovator that you are meant to be. So just inform us, what are you doing? So that we don't have to ask a whole bunch of silly questions and get in your way. Inform us. Information allows us to then use our strategy and then our inner authority to make our decisions correctly. So for you, anger is resistance. Resistance is questions and people getting in your way. How do you stop that? Inform them so that they can use their strategy and authority. No, for centuries, the rest of the population has been very suspicious of manifestors. When there's closed-lipped and you guys are just taking action prior to informing, the rest of us get scared. We wonder what's going on. So your secret, inform. We don't need all the ins and outs, the whole nuts and bolts of it. just give us a Cole's Note version of what you're up to. This little secret can provide peace in your life. The fourth secret, this is for our reflectors / evaluators. Lunar cycles. Sounds crazy. Waiting a whole lunar cycle, or maybe more than one, allows you to absolutely assess, reflect, and then evaluate the whole situation. The whole purpose of your being here is really to assess how the rest of us are doing in the program. There is a program happening. And this program is dualistic. And there's also kind of a trinity in there as well, which really doesn't get talked about a whole bunch. However, the duality of it is, are we being healthy influences, or are we being a bunch of conditioned killer monkeys running around creating chaos? And you're assessing that. So allow for those lunar cycles, allow for that deep insight to happen for you, so that your assessment is on par and on key with what is happening. And then there doesn't need to be any disappointment in your life. Disappointment comes from spontaneity, jumping in too soon, not getting the full picture. It's okay. You're not going to miss out on anything. You are absolutely designed to wait for those lunar cycles so that you can assess and evaluate. Assessment and evaluation brings awe and surprise. The world has nothing but awe and surprise to bring to us. The program is built with a whole ton of surprises. So allow for that length of time so that you can come to clarity on the assessment, on the evaluation. You're an objective judge. You get to do that through time. So, just a quick recap. Use your strategy. Those are the 4 secrets. Each one of the types in the human design system, each one of those designs that are inside those types, they're all meant to be expressed based off of that electromagnetic field and that strategy. And here's what I want to drop into you. You and I are on the leading edge. If you're here on this channel, if human design has bumped into you, you are on the leading edge of this technology. Leading edge is very uncomfortable. And in the uncomfortable position, that's where growth, that's where expansion, that's where self-actualization actually happens. However, what happens is the conditioned mind tells us that, this is, this is difficult, or, it tries to be sneaky and get in there and has you ask yourself to respond to questions out of your mind so that you come up with the right answer. It has you just taking action and taking the consequences later. It has you sharing your advice and taking the shunning afterwards. Or it has you jumping on initiations based on the fact that it's scared that it's going to miss out. The mind is very tricky. It's very chaotic. And the only secret you need lies in your electromagnetic field and lies in your strategy. The business world is probably going to be where we make the biggest impact. If you and I on the leading edge, can absolutely trust our strategy and honor the design that is trying so deeply to express through your meat suit, if you and I can trust that, we can flip, absolutely, we can flip these scales. We can balance it out so that there isn't the chaos like we see now. Now, do we still need a little bit of chaos? Of course we do. In order to have order, you have to have some chaos. But if we can balance those scales a little bit more, it's a great place to be. So know that you're on the leading edge. And it's totally okay to feel uncomfortable being out there. And it is totally okay to say, you know what? I know my design. I'm trying my best to allow it to present itself, but that conditioned mind gets in the way every now and again. That's okay. So does mine. Over 7 years in experimenting with it, and it's been interesting. And I'm not perfect. Never going to be. Don't want to be. So honor your little hidden secret. And that hidden secret is your strategy. All right, friend. Thank you. Have a great day, and we will talk to you later.